Hillis.
Yay.
Councilmember Matsakite.
Yes.
Councilmember Shook.
Aye.
Councilmember Winslow.
Yes.
This item is unanimous.
All right, thank you very much. That's very good. That stands approved. Next item, please, for 10.
Item number 10, 20-1366, an ordinance by Councilmember Amir R. Faroqi waiving for a period of 1 year the provisions of Chapter 138, Section 234A8, application fee for right-of-way dining permits and for other purposes.
Thank you, sir. I understand at the request of the sponsor, Mr. Faroqi, the request is to hold this legislative item. I make that motion.
Second. Matsakite.
All right. Second, Matsakite. There's no other discussion. We're ready for a roll call vote.
Councilmember Boone.
Yes.
Councilmember Hillis.
Yay.
Councilmember Shook.
Aye.
Councilmember Winslow.
Yes.
Councilmember Shepherd.
Yay.
This item is unanimous.
All right, this item will be held. Let's move down to resolutions, please.
Item number 11, 20R3971, a resolution by City Utilities Committee authorizing the mayor to enter into renewal number 1 with K.M. Davis Contracting Company, Inc. via Cobb County Water System Contract FY 18 to 19, new water meter installations for FC 10118, cooperative purchase agreement for small water meter installation services on behalf of the Department of Watershed Management in an amount not to exceed $5,500,000. All contracted work shall be charged to and paid from Fund Department organization and account number listed and for other purposes.
All right. Mr. Hawkins, are you on the phone? Are you on the line? Yes, please, go ahead.
I'm sorry, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'll start over. Eric Hawkins, Department of Watershed Management. This is renewal number 1 of a 2-year with 3 one-year renewal options. The purpose of this contract is to support high-volume smart meter installations, approximately 320 installations per month, QA/QC measures for accurate billing, managing to a 15-week installation, service level agreement, and emergency meter repairs.
Are we able to hold to that 15-week schedule? Have they been able to meet that standard?
Yes, ma'am, we have.
Consistently? Because I've heard something about that.
Well, yes, consistently. Sometimes, any circumstances, for the most part, where we exceed or outside the 15-week installation is typically around contractors not being ready for the meter. So sometimes we'll have to reschedule them, but however, that's based on the fact that they're not ready for the meter.
Okay. All right, colleagues, any other motion? Winslow, move approval.
Second, Boone.
Thank you both. If there's no unreadiness, we're ready for a roll call vote.
Councilmember Archibald.
Yes.
Councilmember Hillis.
Yay.
Councilmember Matsakite.
Yes.
Councilmember Shook.
Aye.
Councilmember Shepherd.
Yay.
This item is unanimous.
All right, thank you. That stands approved. Moving on to section I, was held in committee. I understand items number 19 and 20 are ready for our consideration. Mr. Evans.
Item number 19, 20-0 1299, an ordinance by City Utilities Committee authorizing the Chief Financial Officer to amend the FY 2020 Water and Wastewater Revenue Fund budget in an amount of $6,600,000 to transfer funds from the Department of Watershed Management General Reserve for appropriations and add funds to various offices to address critical needs and for other purposes.
All right. Mr. Fletcher?
Good morning again, Madam Chair. Quentin Fletcher, Department of Watershed Management. These funds should be transferred from the Water and Wastewater Renew Fund budget in FY20 for critical operation needs for FC 9215, annual contract for dewatering, hauling, and disposal service. A companion ordinance is in Cycle 11 requesting payment for outstanding biosolids and landfill invoices.
So that's the reason why it was held. I wanted you to remind me why we held it.
It was held, Madam Chair, so that our office could calculate exactly the outstanding service invoices.
Okay. All right, colleagues, any questions? Any questions? I'll entertain the motion.
Winslow move approval. Second
Second by whom?
Boone.
Oh, thank you very much.
Boone.
Thank you. Ms. Winslow made the motion, seconded by Councilmember Boone. If there's no other unreadiness or questions, we're ready for a roll call vote. Mr. Evans?
Councilmember Archibong.
Yes.
Councilmember Hillis.
Yay.
Councilmember Matsakai.
Yes.
Councilmember Shook.
Aye.
Councilmember Shepherd.
Yay.
The item is unanimous.
All right, thank you. Stands approved.
Thank
Let's go
you.
to our last. Yeah, thank you, sir. Item number 20.
20-01301, an ordinance by City Utilities Committee authorizing the Chief Financial Officer to amend the FY 2020 budget for the Water and Wastewater Renewal and Extension Fund in the amount of $2,000,000 to transfer funds from the Watershed Reserve for appropriations and add funds to the large water meter testing and repair project and for other purposes. There's an amendment in your packet to change the amount from $2 million to $1.5 million.
I'll make that motion to amend.
Second,
Winslow second.
I think Mr. Mazakite beat you. But thank you. Oh, yeah, thank you.
Councilmember Boone.
Yes.
Councilmember Hillis.
Yay.
Councilmember Shook.
Aye.
Councilmember Winslow.
Yes.
Councilmember Shepherd.
Yay.
The amendment is unanimous.
All right, the paper is amended as before us. Mr. Hawkins?
Good morning again. Eric Hawkins, Department of Watershed Management. The requested funding for the $1.5 million supports the annual testing of 3,000 large meters currently in our system. The benefit of having a large meter testing program, it will help to ensure accurate billing and identify needed meter repairs to mitigate potential revenue losses over time. In addition, a large meter repair program is identified as a best practice by the Georgia Association of Water Professionals, GAWP, and the American Water Works Association, AWWA.
Very good. What accounts for the lower amount? It was $2 million, now $2 million.
The $1.5 million, it will carry us out to November. So that is why that amount was amended.
What happens in November?
Well, Currently, the contract associated with this expired last year in November. The reason why that contract expired was because our Office of Linear Infrastructure Operations was executing a catch-all contract where all metering work was to be part of that contract, but however, the scope of work for the large meter testing was not included. So there is a companion paper to deal with the legislation for the extension, the 12-month extension. I believe that's going to be routed in the next cycle.
Okay, that addresses my concern. Thank you, Mr. Hawkins. Colleagues, does anyone else have a question? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion approved, Hillis.
Second, Shepherd.
Second by Ms. Shepherd. If there's no other unreadiness, we're ready for a roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Archibald.
Yes.
Councilmember Boone.
Yes.
Councilmember Matzkite.
Yes.
Councilmember Shook.
Aye.
Councilmember Winslow.
Aye.
It's unanimous as amended.
All right, so that is approved as amended. Are there any other, thank you, Mr. Hawkins. Are there any other legislative items to come before us today?
No, there are not.
All right, any other matters to come before the committee today?
No, ma'am.
All right, then. Thank you, colleagues. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I'll make second. All right. Thank you, colleagues. Very good meeting. All right, goodbye.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.